Long, long ago, there lived a foolish man. One day, invited to a friend's house, he sat down to eat a simple meal. But with the first bite, he frowned. "This is so bland," he complained, pushing his plate away. "It lacks any taste at all." Hearing his guest's words, the kind host immediately brought out a small bowl of salt. "Perhaps a little salt will help," he suggested, offering it to the man. The foolish man added a tiny pinch to his food, stirred it, and took another bite. To his surprise, the food was transformed. It was suddenly delicious, bursting with flavor. "Ah!" he exclaimed, his eyes widening. "So this is the secret. Salt is what makes food taste good." A dangerous thought then sprouted in his mind. If a little salt makes it delicious, then a lot of salt must make it even more wonderful. Without another thought, he began to eat only the salt, spoonful after spoonful, convinced he was making his meal even better. But instead of more deliciousness, the foolish man found only a terrible bitterness. His mouth became parched, his tongue burned, and soon he lost all taste for food. Eating only salt had made him sick, turning his once joyful meal into a painful ordeal. This story, though seemingly simple, holds a profound lesson, just as the foolish man mistakenly believed. More salt was always better. Some ascetics seeking enlightenment would hear that fasting helps achieve wisdom. They would then stop eating entirely, for 7 days or even 2 weeks, only to find themselves starving, weakened, and no closer to wisdom. In our modern lives, this wisdom still holds true, whether it's work, study, or even a personal pursuit. Pushing too hard, too often, or too intensely will inevitably lead to problems. Overdoing it can cause burnout, stress, and even harm. Conversely, doing too little, too infrequently, or without enough effort will leave you, falling short of your goals. We need the wisdom to find the middle path, the perfect balance. This balance also applies to our emotions. Too much joy can make our minds restless and scattered. Too much sadness can leave us deeply depressed and unable to function. The wise person knows how to let joy settle into peaceful contentment, and how to gently lift sadness back to a state of calm. Like a pendulum, our emotions swing. The goal isn't to stop the swing, but to keep its arc gentle, always returning quickly to peace. Consider food. If a certain food is said to be healthy, eating too much of it too often can disrupt our body's delicate balance of nutrients, leading to new health problems. Yet, if we avoid a food entirely, even if it has some perceived negative qualities, we might deprive ourselves of necessary nutrients, again creating new illnesses. The key is a balanced diet, eating the right amount of everything for true health. Whether it's working diligently, studying intensely, or pursuing spiritual practice, overexertion leads to fatigue and burnout, making it impossible to continue long-term and harming our well-being. But laziness means we never reach our goals and fall behind. The path to lasting success and health lies in finding that moderate, balanced effort, allowing us to sustain our journey with ease and effectiveness.